Hey everybody, what's up? This is your girl Bondy Blue, and yes, I cut all of my hair off. Reasons why: one, it's hot as hell in New Orleans. Reason two, I was tired of having to mess with it every day with my schedule being so up and down. And three, I just needed a shock. Different look, something, Jesus. The reason why the videos are so late is because I got food poisoning last weekend, and then I got dehydrated and I had to go to the hospital. Found out that I have, I'm teetering on the lines of having anemia. So yeah, I haven't been feeling that great. So this is the first day, Sunday, that I've been able to actually gather myself and have enough energy to get my videos out. So let's just get into Real Housewives of Potomac. Now you guys, it's just gonna be like a little speedy recap because we don't want to spend too much time on this shit. It happened last week. Today is Sunday. The new episode comes on tonight. That video will be up tomorrow. So let's just talk about Ashley and Michael's boring ass, ridiculous, relationship right now. Okay, so Ashley is really feeling some type of way ever since the whole thing happened at the restaurant last week. Okay, she is not feeling him. She doesn't like how he makes her feel like a child. And even though Michael is trying to get back in her good graces and trying to get on her good side, she's not being receptive because she's still pissed off about it, okay? He even asked her if maybe they should revisit the idea of having a baby now instead of waiting for the restaurant to break even, because God knows when that shit is gonna happen. And she's just like, you know what? No, this is not a good time. And I'm like, yeah, y'all are on the verge of fucking divorce already, bitch. This is definitely not a good time to be trying to have a fucking baby, Michael. And this is when we look at you like, what the fuck? Now, some of y'all might have thought I went too hard on Michael, but I do feel like Michael has a very condescending attitude. This episode, I felt that Ashley was being annoying. Like, bitch, why can't you meet him halfway, okay? It's not all on him all the time, bitch. He is trying to meet you halfway. He is trying to be nice. He's trying to get along with you now, and you still gonna have a motherfucking problem. That's y'all relationship, so I don't really give a fuck, so let's just continue to move the fuck on. So Monique is planning this huge $30,000 birthday party for her daughter. She is not inviting Giselle. Everybody comes to the party. It was running late at first. I mean, the bitch got animals and all kind of shit going on, y'all. I can't even tell y'all all the shit she had at that goddamn party, okay? Ashley is there talking all her goddamn business to Monique's father. It's just very like, what the fuck? I didn't understand why she was doing that. Ashley has this thing where she talks everybody's and her own business way too much. Learn how to be quiet, little girl. Do us that favor. Learn how to be quiet sometimes. You don't need to always be telling everybody everything every time somebody gives you a listening ear, bitch. Okay, get that shit together. Robin is mad because Juan isn't there, and it's like, whoop de fucking do, bitch. He's never there, okay? He's not there. Y'all are not together, remember? Why do you constantly get your fucking feelings hurt every time he doesn't show up to one of these events on this fucking show when it's obvious that y'all are not together, remember? That's what you keep telling everybody, Robin. Then Karen and Sharice are going back and forth because they decide to come together and plan a trip for the ladies to go to Bermuda, okay? It was Karen's idea, but for some reason, Sharice feels like, bitch, you trying to play me or something like that, acting like I'm an assistant. I'm not a fucking assistant, okay? I am a second host. So they going back and forth about that shit, and it's like, who fucking cares who's planning the trip? Let's just go, okay? Like, they made a big old deal about it at the party, so obviously we're gonna have to talk about that later, but this wasn't exactly the right setting. It's a baby's birthday party. I just want to remind Monique's extravagant fucking ass that a 1-year-old is not going to remember all that. She's not. She's going to see the pictures and it's going to be like, but she's not going to remember all that. And if you do all that on birthday number 1, what the fuck is there to work up to? I'm just saying, like, birthdays are supposed to be workups, okay? It's supposed to be a little bit here, and then next year you get more, and then next year after that you get a little bit more. At least that's how my parties used to go. Like, every year it was something different and something a little bit, more extravagant, a little bit more, expensive, whatever. But just to constantly be throwing these types of parties for a 1-year-old who won't even remember it, girl, I ain't got motherfucking time. But if that's what you want to spend your $30,000 on, you go ahead. Karen finally sold her house in Potomac, okay? And her and Ray are trying to find another spot to move in, but she doesn't want to move in Potomac. She wants to move on the outskirts of Potomac where she saw some real nice houses that aren't as expensive as the ones in Potomac. So this leads me to believe that Karen and that Bill Gates line ain't fucking true, bitch, okay? He doesn't have that much money, okay? Stop lying about that, okay? Nobody was asking you. Nobody was checking for your pocketbooks, okay? But it all kind of seems like y'all might be a little bit more middle upper than upper. You know what I'm saying? Sharice, Why are you so shady this episode? Why are you shading Karen so much? Talking about why you trying to plan a trip when you gotta find another house to live in. Bitch, won't you worry about why you and Eddie ain't filed for divorce, but y'all ain't been living together for fucking years? Won't you worry about that shit, okay? Like, give Karen a break. Why are you trying to shade Karen every fucking turn? Like, what is up with that shit? Which brings me to when Karen tried to bring Giselle and Monique together and Sharice's ass shows up unfucking invited and tries to make the whole thing about her. And it's like, bitch, don't nobody want to see no more tears. Don't nobody want to see you talking about how these are both your friends when I've seen you do interviews since the show has started and it makes it seem like you and Giselle are not really that cool at all. Like, the thing that aggravates me about Sharice is it's either you're being absolutely fucking shady, trying to act like you're unbothered, or you're crying all fucking day. Bitch, pick an emotion, okay? Pick an emotion and stay with it for a whole episode. I know you're a woman and you have the right to change your mind and change however you're feeling, but goddamn, bitch, you're giving us too much, okay? You're working on my last nerve, okay? That whole sit down was not about you. To me, there is no talking to Giselle about Monique, okay? When they sat down and they tried to put aside their differences and Giselle tries to make a big deal about semantics, talking about Monique didn't ask her for her phone number, she demanded that she put it in the phone. Bitch, that is not what happened. And even if you wanted to argue that way, you're being fucking childish, you're being petty, then you mad because she called you a trick. She was trying not to call your ignorant ass a bitch, which I would have called you in my house acting like you ain't got no motherfucking sense, trying to shade me like you got something better than I got in that motherfucking apartment condo or whatever the fuck that was you was living in, bitch. Ain't nobody trying to check your pocketbook and ask you what's going on with your ex-husband and why you getting all that money you getting from him. Why is you clocking that girl's paper trying to worry about, you know, how much money she making and what's hers and what's her husband's? It's all hers, bitch, and you know that, okay? You know that. All right, like Giselle, there is no talking to her. She's hating on Monique, and that's what it is. At the end of the episode, when her and Robin meet up, and she's talking about, you know, Monique just hates on her and she doesn't know why. Bitch, when, where, and what? And why, bitch? Why would she hate on you? What did she have to hate on you for, bitch? Like, oh my God, stop it, Giselle. You are so fucking annoying. And I know you on this show trying to be the Kenya Moore of Real Housewives of Potomac. Just make drama and make yourself an unlikable fucking character just so you can make sure you have a consistent storyline on this show, bitch. But trust me, it ain't enough for the dislike that's about to come towards you about this Monique situation. That girl has done absolutely nothing to you, has tried to reach out to you, but like a grown woman, she is not about to chase your ass nowhere. This ain't a sorority, this ain't high school, this ain't college. We fucking grown, and I really don't have to deal with your fucking ass. Like, it's just really plain and simple. It's a really plain and simple, okay? I'm over the whole Giselle Monique beef. I don't think there's going to be an end to it because that's just the way Giselle is. Hater. And lastly, Robin, do we really want to get into you and your therapy? Do we really want to get into you and your therapy, bitch? Okay, let's get into you and your therapy. Okay. So Robin finally goes to therapy and talks to this woman, and still very unclear on what she wants, how she wants to proceed in her life, and how she thinks that everybody else is just making a big deal out of this and they should just mind their business. It's repetitive, it's boring, I'm over it, and I'm tired of seeing her in this space of, I'm really trying to act like I'm not gonna cry and I'm so unbothered, but really I'm gonna die and cry in my closet when I get home. Oh my God, like, I'm so tired of her with that, y'all. That's what this whole therapy session was. When a woman asks her, you know, what do you want? Do you see yourself with someone else? And she doesn't want to answer at first, but then she says yes, and it's obvious that she's lying. She really wants to see her and Juan together, but bitch, that is not going to happen. Okay, y'all are not going to be together, bitch. I'm sorry. All right, it just don't seem like that's what he wants. If that's what he wanted, maybe he would have tried harder in order to prove himself to you. Y'all are living together because it's cheaper to keep her. Okay, that's the only reason y'all are living together. I don't think there's any real I'm in love with you there. There's love as a person, love as a friend, love as the other parent to my kids. Yes. But relationship, I want to be with you later on, love, I don't see that. And even though she's saying, you know, I'm not holding on to that, I really do think she is holding on to this idea that her and Juan are going to be able to get back together. And I really don't see that happening. I really hope that this is the last season that we have to deal with this situation with Robin and Juan, because it is just really fucking exhausting, draining, tiring, and I'm over it. Okay, just totally fucking OV. Anyway, you guys, that was Real Housewives of Potomac. Little recap, little quick review. Please don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Care Bear, share, shake them tits, shake them tits, shake them tits. And I will see you guys in the next video.
On my mama, on my hood, I look fly, I look good. Touch my swag.